Welcome to Mishna study Masachat Sheviit Perek Hayt Mishna He. Over this Mishnah, we're going to continue discussing what you're allowed to use money, right, during the Shemitah for. Now, let's say you have Sheviit proceeds, right? So you have Dimesh Sheviit, and you want to go ahead and use it for services. So we'll see what you are and are not allowed to use it for. So you're not allowed to give it to, you're not allowed to use this money and pay to pay the bayar. Bayar, Hanabam explains, is someone who goes ahead and draws draws water from a well, right? The language from the language of Bayir, from in Yirmiyahu. I would point out, Baratura explains a little differently. He said someone who digs wells, Hanabam says it's someone who's drawing water from the well. Below the Balan is the owner of a bathhouse. Below the Sapar is someone who would give haircuts. And Abam also says he would bloodlet as well. They would actually draw blood. It was a healthy practice back then. Below the Sapan, or to a sailor, right? So all these things, you're not allowed to go ahead and use your Sheviit money to pay for these services. You are allowed to pay the bayar in order for him to drink, because over here, again, remember, you are allowed to use Sheviit money in order to eat and drink, right? That's only what you're allowed to use it for, and that's why you're not allowed to use it for the first four things that we mentioned in the Mishnah either, right? Because we said, Demesh Sheviit, lo nitena ela la'achiyah v'l'shtiyah v'l'sicha, right? So you're not allowed to use money of Sheviit in order to eat, to drink, or to anoint oneself. And over here, the first four are not for that purposes. But if you're going to give it to the person who's drawing water from the well for him to drink, that would be okay. And to everyone, you are allowed to give gifts as long as it's not paying a salary, right, or paying for the service itself. You are allowed to give gifts. And we said before, you're allowed to give things betova, right? That's what we said earlier. And that's what we said. We mentioned this earlier in the fourth perek, and that's the halacha.